Good morning and welcome back to the Peak District. Today we're in Bradwell and the plan is to have a walk from Bradwell village itself up Bradwell Edge, maybe taking a cup of tea from the views up there. But just have a look at this. Just how sunny it is this morning. Absolutely gorgeous. Right, well, let's crack on with the walk and we'll see what we can see. Just fit. I'm not sure if you're able to see this on camera, but this is from that tree. You can see this mound here. That's Bradwell Grey Ditch, which is a defensive line built in the 5th and 6th century. It goes all the way up there. Ouch. I'm not sure if it'll show up on the camera. You can just see the mighty Mam Tor and the great ridge across there to Back Tor. I'm not sure how well it'll show up on the camera, but impressive view nonetheless. I'm hoping the camera's picking up this rather stunning sunrise this morning. It really is beautiful. If only we had a spinning wheel and a loom. Now, for those of you that are old enough, that's a reference to The Good Life. It'll probably not show up on the camera, but you can just see the village of Bradwell where we've walked from, and it's just a series of lovely fields, relatively easy walking, nice and flat. Apologies if it's getting a little bit windy, but hopefully the wind slayer's doing its job. So now we've made our way across these fields away from Bradwell. We're heading down into the bottom here, which is the hamlet of Shatton. And I think from there we're going to go and have a look at a Roman fort. Now I think it's only the site of, I don't think there's much to see, but we'll go and have a look anyway. Excuse my shadow, but we've reached the site of the Roman fort, and I don't know if it really shows up on the camera, but from that tree there you can see there's like a raised edge or a flat platform where presumably the Roman fort was actually built. What I'll do, I'll make my way across to this stile, stand on the stile and see if we can see a bit more from there. Okay, you can probably see me, that's my shadow, apologies for that, but I'm stood on this rather precarious stile which I think seen better days. But yeah, this line of trees here is probably marking the edge of it where it's slightly raised, and you've got like a flat area here which I presume is where the fort was actually built, and I think it's sort of edged the footpath here. As I said earlier, there's not a lot to see, but at least we've been to see it. It's time to head back now and make our way up there. My shadow again, but it's just the sun today. But we've found what little there is left of it, but we found it. Okay, so now we've been to see the Roman fort, or the site of the Roman fort. It's now where the landscape changes quite a bit. We're going to work our way up this steep track through a wonderful wood and up onto the top of Bradwell Edge, where we hopefully should be able to look down and see Bradwell in all its glory. Hello. I don't think you're supposed to be on this little track, you know, you'll get run over. We'll have to move you. It's quite a steep track through this wood. Ooh. Certainly gets the old lungs going, but as you'll see, the end is in sight. Come on. Still out of breath, but it was certainly worth the climb. Check out this view. And we're heading through this farm just up there, and we're working our way onto the top of Bradwell Edge. Hopefully you can still hear me. It's quite windy up here, but we've just passed through that farm I mentioned earlier. You can see Mamtor in the shadow over there, just to the right of the Hope Cement Works. All the Hope Valley before us, Hollins Cross in the middle and the Great Ridge, and back Tor over there. Wonderful view from up here. And the farm that we've just come through is down there, just through those trees there. Quite the view. Right, we need to head off in this direction to find a track which will lead us right up onto the top of Bradwell Edge, where it might be time to stop for a cup of tea. Lovely view of Bradwell down there, but unfortunately we've not reached the top of Bradwell Edge just yet. It's right over there, so let's get cracking. Just making my way up this track up to the top of Bradwell Edge. I think it pays dividends sometimes to just turn around every once in a while and have a look at that. Look where you've just come from. This is that track. but just look at the views. In fact, let's have a look over this wall. There you go. Quite the view. Mamtor. Hope cement works. Bit of an eyesore, but I dare say it's a necessity, especially from a job's point of view. So you can see most of Hope Valley. Health is in that direction, and Hope and Bamford. Right, well, let's crack on with this track. I thought I was already at the top, but clearly not. There's more to come. Never mind looking at the view, let's get to the top. Finally, we've come to the end of our stint on the track, because I found the footpath to Bradwell. But before we take that path, let's have a look at the view back the way we've come. Quite the view. Stunning. Right, let's crack on. I think the next stop is probably going to be a cup of tea first and have a look at the view from Bradwell Edge. Come on, have a look at the view. So what you reckon? Wow. Looks like a cracking spot for a cup of tea.
Look, filming the wrong people.
Well, we were going to have a cup of tea just here, but it was a little bit too windy, so we finished up going down there somewhere out of the wind. But tea's done now, so one last look at the view from up here and then we'll work our way down into Bradwell. That's where we were sat having a cup of tea, as always, leave no trace. Right, we're off down into Bradwell, down this track. Well, we've just descended down this track from Bradwell Edge. I think the track now opens up to give a spectacular view over Bradwell, so let's have a look when we get around this corner. Wow. Quite the view over Bradwell. You can see the track that we've just come down. I think it continues just a short way down here into Bradwell in the bottom. The next stop is have a quick few views of what Bradwell looks like, and then have some Bradwell's ice cream. For those of you that don't know, for those of you that are not from round these parts, Bradwell's actually quite famous for its ice cream. I mean, I'm slightly biased, but I think it's probably some of the best ice cream that you can get. Maybe some of the Cornish stuff's okay, but yeah, Bradwell's ice cream. So hopefully they're open when we get down into the village. Might even let you share one, only if you're good. Ooh, could take a liking to this. Just descending into the village now, but let's have a quick look from up here. Right, let's go and have a look around the village. Well, unfortunately, now that we've arrived in Bradwell, the ice cream shop is closed this weekend due to unforeseen circumstances. We've just found a sign on the door. So I'm afraid that's it, no ice cream for us. And it's also the end of our walk, so hope you enjoyed the walk. If you like these videos, please think about liking and subscribing, and hopefully we'll see you on the next one. So until then, see ya.